Nice fresh one for the beginning of the podcast.
You're disgusting.
Welcome back,
You're
guys,
so mean.
to the international version of the Cousin
Connection
podcast. Clearly, we don't have all the mic and equipment that we normally do.
We have our little portable ones.
Yeah, we had the portable ones. We've tested them here and there. But we feel like with a little bit of editing, I feel like I can get the sound there. And, you guys are still getting your episodes, so, you can't complain.
It's true.
Yeah, so...
This is true dedication.
Exactly. And if you haven't been following us on Instagram that's our main source of, telling y'all where we are.
Oh, true.
Yeah, we're clearly not in our regular area. We're about 9,000 kilometers away. I don't even know how many kilometers we're away.
We're on the other side. We're in Europe.
We're multiple thousands of kilometers away.
We're in Scandinavia, actually. I don't know if that's also considered Europe, is it?
What?
Scandinavia.
It is Scandinavia, yeah. It is part of Europe.
It is so freaking cold. You guys know. It's golden hour, so the lighting is A1 perfect. Mm-hmm. But it's freezing here. I don't know about you,
it's
but
not freezing, but it's
I'm cold.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're in Sweden, by the way. We didn't even say that. We're in Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah, we are in Sweden for a couple more days.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're heading over to Switzerland.
Yeah, and we're going to have, hopefully, more adventures coming. And we're vlogging every single bit of it. And speaking of the vlog, so...
Let's start off telling them
how our journey started, exactly. It actually started pretty smoothly. We got to the airport, everything was fine. The plane was completely packed, so it wasn't like that whole situation where you had an extra seat next to you.
Yeah.
Where it was free, but honestly, since we were sitting next to each other, we were able to relax a little bit more. Of course, I had someone next to me, but I'm pretty relaxed in a plane. I don't think I had any issues while in there.
The only annoying thing, though, I will have to say,
what
is that I didn't know that you had to pre-select your meals.
Oh, yes.
Because normally they'll have veggie or meat options on the plane, and we were taking Scandinavian Airlines, and I didn't pre-select. I booked our tickets, so I didn't pre-select our meals, and they only had chicken. They had one fish. I think one of our moms got the fish, right?
Literally, and I think I think they had more fish, but
think so?
They just didn't want to give it to us.
How do you know?
Maybe they had it in business class or something.
I don't know, maybe. But then, the lady gave us an extra loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Or, a roll of bread.
So we literally survived that 9-hour flight on 2 loaves of bread.
and salad.
And salad.
And, the carrot cake was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. And honestly, I was fine with that. But...
the Egg McMuffin thingy.
Oh.
That was good.
Yo, I like... What do you call it again? I helped myself. I didn't even realize what I was doing. But essentially, as they were giving me the egg sandwich... I tried to grab it, and I did grab it at first, but somehow I dropped it and went under my seat. And I felt like if I just worked a little bit harder, I could have gotten it. But the lady was immediately, she's like, you know what, just take another one. So I took it.
Yeah.
And I was like, bonus, I know literally 10 minutes later, I got up as I was going to the washroom. I came back. I dug under that seat. I searched for that sandwich because I was hungry. And I was like, no one is stopping me from getting a sandwich. So, of course, I dug my hand under there. I found the sandwich, took it. I looked aside. I did a little victory dance. And I didn't even offer you. I feel so bad now. I just realized I never even offered you
a bite
of that sandwich.
I was good. I was satisfied with it.
Yeah, that thing was done in a second.
Yeah, the way
this wind is blowing.
I know, I'm scared. I just don't want this to fly over the balcony.
It'll be fine. It's all good.
But yeah, so the flight, other than the food, was okay.
Yeah, the flight was fine. Everybody was getting on. Mm-hmm. I mean, the plane landed nicely.
It did.
Everything was smooth. Mm-hmm. And first off, let me just tell you guys something about me. I'm that guy on the flight who will literally wait to be the last person to get off the plane. I'm not much to rush. Especially if I'm not connecting. If I'm not connecting, I'm gonna wait. Because knowing me, there's so much stuff that I'm usually carrying with me that I don't want to forget anything, okay? And unfortunately for this flight, I don't know why, but when you're with other people, they want to get up, so you kind of want to follow what they do. Oh shoot, I almost dropped my phone there. So, I was like, you know what? I'll just get up with them and I'll take down their stuff.
To interject for a second, okay? Everyone in front of us was already gone. So now it was our row's turn. So I was like, oh, Amir, come on, let's go. It was like, oh, right, okay.
No, but okay.
No plans of getting up.
But Usually, if I knew that we were going to get up when it was our turn, I would have prepared ahead of time, okay?
Were you not paying attention?
No, because I was already under the mindset that I'm going to wait for the whole thing. And Sara never said anything yet. And our moms didn't say anything yet. So I was under the mindset that, okay, maybe they have that same understanding, right? But clearly we didn't. So, like, last second, I was like, oh, shoot, we have to go. Okay, I got up. I, like, grabbed everything that we had. I, like, took down the suitcases and I put them on the floor. I told my mom, take it. And
you actually put mine on the chair.
I told my mom to take it, okay? I took one down. I told my mom to take it, but she went around it for some strange reason. She's like, oh, I have to go to the washroom. But she could have still taken it to the washroom. But, you know, just whatever. She took it. She didn't take it. So Sara was passing this. I was like, oh, Sara, my mom forgot to take hers. Can you just take it? And I guess maybe there was some, like, misunderstanding there because she didn't hear me say, oh, my mom meant to take it. So she took it. And I was like, okay, she had my mom's thing. And then when we get to the the border, she'll give it to my mom, right? So we're all out of the plane at this point. We walk out, everything's smooth. Everything's been going smoothly at this point. And then Sara, while we're waiting in line at the border, she's like, Amir, didn't we have 3 carry-ons? I was like, what do you mean 3 carry-ons? Like, I gave my mom hers. And then I look, and I look at Sara, and I'm like, look, this is my mom's right here. And Sara's like, no, this is mine. And why? Okay, I don't know why you guys. We didn't plan this, but they both just happen to have the exact same looking suitcase, okay, or carry-on suitcase.
Finish so that I can give you my perspective.
No. And then, so I was like, oh shoot! Like at this point, I was like, oh, my mom's bag is gone. But you're like, okay, I can just run back and get it real quick, right? So I run back, go to grab the door, locked. I look for workers. No one's there. I go to the security guy. I'm like, hey, like, can you go and like order someone to open this door for me? And he like made the smallest effort to be like, he like did something. I don't know. He's speaking a different language, of course. But he's like, no, I can't help you. So what?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay. So then at this point, I was like, you know what? Okay, we can't do anything. I was sort of stressed about it, but then I was like, okay, it's happened. There's nothing more I can do from here. We're gonna figure it out afterwards, right? So we go down to like pick up the suitcase area after going through the border. I'm like praying that it would just, someone took it off the plane and put it onto the little tarmac thing or whatever you call that, the baggage claim area, and just took it out. It didn't come out. No. And then I don't know why the plane services do this, but immediately, if you forget something on the plane, immediately, without even like checking to see if someone on their own plane might have lost it, they put it into a third-party lost and found system, where they give it to that lost and found system immediately. Like, but they carry it, they take it all with them. They don't mention it to any of the people who might have been on that plane, and they give it to that third party, and that third party essentially like holds it hostage and like sells it back to you once they find it. Yeah.
Okay, that part was weird. But now that we've gotten to this part of the story.
Okay, well, what else did you have to add to that? Because I feel like you said everything.
Let me break it down for you guys, okay? Because I heard your mom say, Amir, please bring my carry-on suit. Because Amir's carry-on suitcase was checked in. So he didn't have one. He just had his backpack and that was it. My mom, my aunt, and myself all had suitcases. So I heard her say, Amir, make sure to take my suitcase because I really have to run and use the bathroom. He didn't answer, but I turned around and I said, okay, no problem. Like, he'll do it.
Yeah.
I thought you heard her. I swear to God, I thought you heard her.
No.
Then
Don't worry. It's not going to fall. Don't worry. You're good.
Amir gets up and starts bringing down the suitcases. So he brings my mom's down. He brings mine down. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just going to get his mom's like when he's going to like walk off because there's still people in the way. So then at this point, he puts mine on the chair in front of us. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I was like, okay, no communication here, though. Like, we're...
Yeah, why didn't you say anything? What is this?
I didn't know what you were doing. I don't know what's inside your brain.
It's all her fault, guys. It's all her fault.
No, but then I asked you, and I said, did your mom take hers? And he said, oh, I think you thought that she took hers. You thought she did. You're like, oh, yeah.
No, I thought, because when it was still there.
And then he saw it. He saw mine, and he's like, oh, why is it still here? I'm like, oh, this is mine. He's like, oh, maybe she took yours then. And I was like, what?
Oh, sorry. I was just checking it, but see, the mic is still on. Sorry. Okay, keep going.
So he was like, maybe she took yours. I'm like, no, this is mine. And he was like, oh, maybe she took hers then. So we were like, okay. and just walked off the plane. That's what happened. Remember, I was like, because I was like, oh, did your mom
when
take
you were
hers?
saying that,
you thought I meant this was her bag?
I think my brain was like not processing what was happening, and I just like was like, okay, let's just go. Let's just get out of here.
So then, in my mind, I know, like, okay, so his mom has to have a suitcase now because I heard her say take it. So I'm like, did she take hers already? And he was like, oh, she must have taken yours then. So I'm like, this is mine, but okay, maybe she took hers. So we leave, we get off the plane, and we get to the place where you're waiting for the border questioning. And so we were in line, and I'm looking down. I'm like, I see my mom's, I see mine. I'm like, I look over at my aunt. I don't see that she has one. I'm like, Amir, look at your mom for a sec. She doesn't have a suitcase. So he looks and he's like, Mommy, where's your suitcase? And she's like, didn't you take it? So then he was like, oh, shoot. And that's when he did the mad dash, ran. But I feel like you're too nice. I feel like you need to really apply some pressure on these customer service workers. Okay? Because if that were me, I would have acted like I have I can't remember what it's called, but some sort of device to make my heart work.
I completely thought, oh, they'll just like give it to the people downstairs. It's our flight right now. Like, why wouldn't they just do that? I didn't think they're going to give it to a whole third party and do that. Like, now that I know that, I'm going to be a lot more pushy, but whatever. Time is already passed, right? But okay.
And then
so after all this is happening, I'm like, yo, we're vlogging because we already started vlogging, with our camera.
Well, at this point, we accepted our fate that we would have to come back later to the airport to come pick it up. So we're like, whatever. Now we're leaving. We're
leaving. I'm like, oh, we should vlog this, right? Like, this is something that people usually vlog when crazy things happen, right? So as I like go in to reach into my bag, I'm like, the camera should be on top. I didn't put anything else on top of this. So I'm still like digging through my bag.
Mind you. Okay, I had to interject again.
Okay, go.
Because I filmed our landing, okay? Because I was the window seat. And then I wrapped up the cord on the camera thingy and I gave it back to him thinking like, okay, we're landing soon. So he's going to put it away. I don't know if you put it back in the pocket then.
At this point, I think the Jinni took it. I don't know what happened.
So then, that's all I'm going to say about that. Continue.
Yeah, so I start reaching into my bag. I'm like, well, there's not much more to outside of me just looking at Sara and be like, Sara, do you have the camera?
He looks at me with his bag is in the front. He's like, Sara, the camera. I'm like, what about it?
No, I said, do you have the camera? I thought maybe you took it or something like that.
No, you said the camera. And I knew because I saw the panic in his face. I was like, what about the camera? I think I left it on the plane. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
How? I gave it to you. And he was like, no. And the thing is when I got up, I checked his pocket thingy because I took out his portable charger, took out everything.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know where it went because it wasn't a pocket. I'm pretty sure I took out everything.
Maybe you took it out and then you put on the seat to bring down the suitcase.
Yeah.
And then you left it there.
And of course, this. So after we find that out, I'm like, okay, I've accepted fate at this point. Maybe it'll be with the suitcase, right? So that's why the vlog will start immediately right after you find that out.
Yeah, you'll see, we have no airplane footage.
Yeah. And I was like, we'll just get it tomorrow whenever they find it or whatever. Because we weren't going to wait at the airport until they found it because I think they even didn't find it by that point. They said it usually comes in the afternoon. So I called them that night and she's like, I explained to them the bag and they're like, oh yeah, we have your bag. And I was like, okay, moment of truth. So was there a red camera? And immediately she's like, oh, no cameras were brought back. They
definitely stole it.
Huh?
They definitely stole
Someone must have taken the camera. Yeah. But I don't think they realized that it was a 90s level camera,
that's what I was trying to explain to the lady.
240p, basically, right? But yeah, they didn't have it there. So then we went later the next day, which is today. No, yesterday. And they still didn't have it. So, no old school footage anymore until I maybe just buy one on eBay or something. But at this point, I think we're just used to using a regular camera anyways. And it's a lot more convenient just using my phone as a camera. So I feel like I might just do that.
I mean, the quality is pretty good too.
I'm sure there's some editors out there where you can make it look old school quality anyways.
Too much work.
Yeah, exactly. So that was our trip getting here. So everything was smooth coming here. It's just, the takeoff. I mean, getting off the plane was a little rocky. But, we got back her suitcase yesterday. So she's happy.
Not me, your mom.
Oh, my mom. Yeah. Sorry, my mom's suitcase. She's happy about that, so it's fine. But one thing I was going to talk about on our just the trip coming here. One thing I don't know if this is like a point of privilege of like growing up in an English speaking country. I did not once think about like the language barrier.
I mean, it's not that bad. Like most people speak English.
But like,
here.
did you at any point be like, oh, like they speak a different language there? Like I should probably prepare for that, or like at least was that a thought? I didn't even think about the whole different language thing.
No, because I've been here before. I knew that they spoke English.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah. So as I was getting, I was like, oh yeah, I never like, and it's to the point where I'll walk into a place and I'll speak English just as I would to anyone else that speaks English. Like we'll say hello, and then like hopefully they kind of like pick up on the fact that we're speaking English, and then I'll just go into English from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't slow down your English.
I don't.
I feel like when we, like you guys will notice, I'm sure when you're listening and we're talking about something where we're really excited, we talk a mile a minute. Like we actually talk so fast.
Yeah.
Where sometimes if I'm listening back, I'm like, is this one fast forward? Like, what the heck? And so I think for people who speak English as their second language, like you kind of have to slow down the pace so they can actually pick up each word that you're saying. Yeah. Similar to like if we were learning another language, you would need people to slow it down for us to understand too. But yeah, I noticed that you do that.
Yeah. So what have you done for the last day then?
Yesterday we walked around like Old Town. We went to Gamla. We got to see the colorful houses. Yeah. We had this really good shawarma place. Like it was like literally a hole in the wall.
Oh yeah, it was called damn. It was called Jerusalem. What was it called?
Jerusalem kebab. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the middle of like Gamla. Yeah. Why do I keep calling it different names? Gamla just isn't sticking in here. I don't know what it is. But yeah, we walked around all day. I wrote down some notes here, but everything's missing. I don't know what's happening recently. Like, okay, so yesterday or 2 days ago, the first night we got here, I was like, you know what? I'm going to plan as much as I can. So I watched the YouTube videos. I like noted it all down. I wake up the next morning. Nothing's
You must
there.
have dreamed that.
Nothing is there. You know what it is? Because I was kind of like falling asleep as I was doing all of this. I have a feeling that like my hand touched the notepad and deleted like the last 3 notes, because my notes from what I was going to talk about on this episode are missing as well.
That's weird.
Yeah. Maybe so I'm pretty sure I accidentally like deleted a few things.
Sorry, that bird was flying straight for us.
Also over here, the sun never sets completely. Like, okay, it sets in that...
You're staying up tonight, right?
Yeah.
Just like insert a clip here.
I took a picture the other day of like what it looked like at 2 a.m. So the sun, it goes down so late here that their Aisha is at like 11:30 and Subhi is at 2 o'clock in the morning, to the point where I don't even go to sleep at night. I just stay up till 2 a.m. And then even after I go to sleep I pray at 2 a.m., like 30 minutes later, the sun starts coming up.
Already?
Yeah, like it starts to get brighter in the room.
For reference, it's 9:30 p.m. and like...
Oh yeah, this is 9:30 p.m. here.
The sky is still blue, but like you can't see, but the moon is up, but so is the sun's like starting to set now.
Yeah. And the sky is like almost completely red for the whole night. And it gets worse, not worse, but like it gets more sunnier or like more intense later into the summer.
So I was here like almost exactly 9 years ago, like in June.
Yeah.
And it looked like how, like you'll see in like maybe 30 minutes or so when it's 10 p.m. You know how the sky is dark, but you could still see the redness? It looks like that all night.
Yeah. And maybe I'll post up that picture that I took at 2 a.m. or the story that I did. But yeah, that was something I was sort of prepared for because he mentioned it, but I didn't like, you don't realize how it's going to look until you actually see it, right?
You know, I actually didn't know that was the case until when I got here, like, you know, jet lag, you're awake in the middle of the night. Yeah. And I got up to use the bathroom. You know how there's that big window? Yeah. And I'm like, yo, what time is it? Why is the sun still up? Yeah. And then I looked at my watch at the time and it was literally like in the middle of the night. It was maybe 1 a.m. and the sun, like I could still see the redness that I was like, does the sun not set here? Like what? So yeah, it's very interesting to see. What are your like, you know, now that we've been here for like what, 2-3 days?
Oh yeah, my impressions? Yeah. Yo, so basically I was telling Sara this. I mentioned this multiple times at this point. Sweden or Stockholm is basically like European Toronto. Like if Toronto, but make it European. Because, and it might even be, I don't know if this is like sacrilegious to say. Is it sacrilegious means like it's really bad to say or something like that? But, or I might get hate for this, is that I feel like it's more multicultural than Toronto. Yeah.
I think it's just the area that we're in.
Yeah, but sure. But like when we were downtown, like first off, in the area we're in, it's like, I don't know if this is a bad joke to me. Your brother made this. But he says like basically like the Jane and Finch of it's like the Jane and Finch of Toronto. And if you're from Toronto, you know what that means.
You know what though? I kind of like it though. Like it makes me feel at home.
Yeah, exactly. Because
not that I'm from Jane and Finch in Toronto either, but like I just feel like there's a lot of like East Africans.
Hijabis, very East Africans.
Like imagine leaving, the house and seeing a bunch of hijabis and saying salam. Like it's kind of
nice and vibe. It's more hijabis than you would see even in Toronto.
I love it though. Like on the train and stuff.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying like I don't know. Maybe it's more multicultural because I'm seeing more hijabs than normal. And you know what? Not only like here, but like even downtown. When we were downtown, you're seeing a lot more hijabs than you normally.
But you also don't take public transportation in Toronto.
I'm talking about in the city when we were walking around. But then again, I don't walk around the city of Toronto like a lot.
You don't really do that. I feel like But like you're right. No, like I do, and I've noticed there are more hijabis here. Like I think we spoke about this last week's episode where we were talking about like, oh, is it safe?
Yeah.
And Stockholm, I would say, is like hijabi friendly.
Oh, so. Yeah, definitely. Like unless there's like some underlying things that we're just not seeing because we're tourists and we're not here for the long term.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen already, it's like pretty.
Actually, you know what?
What?
You know the day that we had to go to the airport to pick up the suitcase?
Yeah.
And we were on that like shuttle bus thing?
Yeah.
Either the guy next to me had like a genuine breathing problem, or he was like so bothered by the fact that I was sitting next to him because he kept like sighing every 2 seconds, like.
Well, he's maybe going to the airport because he's like nervous.
No. He was like doing it over repeatedly. So then at one point, I'm like I was oblivious to it at first, and then I caught on. I'm like, is he good? Like, you need like CPR. So I looked over at him, and then he just like would not look in my direction. He was just like this the whole time. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, try it again, bitch.
Okay. You're projecting yourself. Okay.
I'm not projecting.
You're projecting.
Amir, you don't get it because you're not a hijabi and you're not visibly
you know
Muslim.
What? Yes, I am being judgmental, or I'm not. What do you call it?
You're not being empathetic to my situation.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not being empathetic. This is your truth, Sara.
Exactly.
I must accept your truth.
No, but my thing is that he could genuinely just have a breathing problem. Who knows? But like, BFFR, you know?
Okay.
I knew what he was doing. Because when I looked at him,
we are taught to give the benefit of the doubt.
We are. But like, I looked over, and you would think like a normal, friendly person would also look over and maybe like smile.
Yeah.
Hey, he was just like.
Would they
tunnel vision?
I feel like they also don't say excuse me here a lot. Like they do say
in their language.
I guess so. Because there's a woman who was like standing. I didn't realize I almost bumped into like a woman in her stroller.
Oh my god!
And she was just standing there, and I turned around like, oh shoot, sorry. And then she moved, and I was like, oh shoot, maybe
that happened to me the first time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they like just don't say it as much, or it could be just like anecdotal. Like we just because of those two interactions, we think that's the case, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but.
No, but it is very multicultural here. That's definitely what we've noticed.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's a very different type of people. Like what makes it multicultural? Like in Toronto, it's a lot of South Asians and Asians in general. But over here, it's a lot more like
people. Yeah, East Africans.
East Africans, Arabs. What do you call it again? Like Russians, or not Russian? People from the Russian area, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Because you see a lot of people who look like they have Asian features. When I say Asian, I mean like East Asian features. But you can tell that they have a Russian background. Because Russia does have a lot of people who look very East Asian just because of like the area they took over, and because like there's a Mongol region that's also part of that. But you can just tell from seeing them. So that's one thing. I don't know if that's being not judgmental, but like...
No, it's just your observation.
Yeah, we're just being observant here, because we're trying to compare. That's what you do a lot. When you're traveling, you try and compare and contrast to what you're used to versus what you're seeing now.
What do you think of the food?
The food is it's like not as many...
We didn't really like.
We're kind of you
like
can't really
that.
talk about food when you're comparing to Toronto. Toronto's like the food capital.
It is.
So,
but I feel like they have a lot of halal options. We just haven't had the opportunity to. Explore.
This area definitely has a lot of them.
Maybe tomorrow, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Like all we had was that shawarma place that was like a wow thing, you know? So maybe we'll put up something on our Instagram because I know that we have like quite a few followers from Stockholm and Sweden in general. They actually gave us some recommendations for what to do today.
Yeah. And we went to the Paradox Museum today.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? You can insert some of the
clips from there.
Oh, well, maybe we'll save it for the vlog.
No, we're definitely going to save it for the vlog.
Okay, the photos. We'll insert some of the photos.
Okay, we'll insert some of the photos. But we took our mom, or I took my mom. It's our mom. She's our mom. Okay,
she
exactly.
Is our mom too.
But my mom, literally, but like we took our mom to the gym, to the two Paradox museums.
My mom was being her shopaholic self and missed out. So
speaking of the gym, there's not like enough gyms out here, man.
There's the one downstairs.
What do you mean the one downstairs?
Like in this area.
Oh, the one that I'm just tried to sign up for, but that one's like a 24/7 gym. They don't have like daily options or like daily.
They don't have a week pass or something.
Yeah, and it's not like a place where you can go. Those birds are going at it. It's not like that place where you can go to like. Because it's a 24/7 gym, there's not always workers there. And
you'd have to like go in the morning, sign up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go tomorrow morning and check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, sorry, I'm jumping around here a lot, but weekly update on the finger because it doesn't even show up.
You gotta like do one of these, Amir.
Huh?
Like that. No, like this, Amir.
You can see that. What? Oh.
And just bring it up close.
You can see the update on the finger. It's kind of gotten better. The other day, it like almost swelled up again.
Wait, are
thankfully,
we in focus?
Nah, it's all good. Whatever. It'll fix itself. Yeah. Okay. Thankfully, it's been getting better. But if I tap it with the slightest bit of pressure, it'll explode. So I'm just kind of like I'm letting it breathe today. Today, the first day I haven't worn a Band-Aid on it like the whole day. I didn't even wear one last night. I took a risk.
Brave.
Yeah, so it kind of still burns a little bit, but I've gotten used to the pain at this point. Yeah, that sounds very emo, but so we went to Gamlistan. We went to the kebab place, and there's not really the other thing that I was saying that's like very similar to Toronto, where this place is like it's not like a place you go for like specific things outside of maybe Gamlistan. Like similar to Toronto, like we have the museum.
Don't diss Toronto like that.
What?
We have a lot to do. There's like it. I feel like it depends on what you're into.
Yeah,
but Toronto genuinely has something for everyone. I feel
it has a lot of food options. That's for sure.
Yeah, but like so. Okay, I think
but things that are unique to that area that I'm talking about, like things that are unique to the area. Like if you go to Switzerland, which we're planning on going to. The unique thing there is that they have the mountains and the lakes, right? They have those views and all that stuff. It's a very sightseeing location, right? If you go to Spain, there's a lot of history there. There's a lot of buildings, a lot of like things you can
learn about the Vikings here.
Yeah, I guess that's one thing that's sort of unique to
Stockholm.
You kind of have to be interested in the Vikings. Like I know the Vikings enough, I think. I'm not like super interested in finding out about the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't really care to know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what though? Like we'll be back here again next week. Like so, this is gonna go up Thursday.
2 days from now, yeah.
Tomorrow?
2 days. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this will go up Thursday, and then by the time you guys watch it, we'll be back next Thursday. So maybe by then, our Swedish followers. Please let us know if there's any, because Aisha will also be here.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna show her around.
Exactly.
I mean, she's been here before too, but like it'll be nice to, go around with her as well before we leave and go back to Toronto. Unfortunately,
I'm excited to go back to Toronto. I'm playing.
Said literally nobody ever. Like I'm sorry, I just like. Do you ever start your vacation and you're like, I just want to like soak up every single minute and every single second of this day of this vacation so I can enjoy it before I go back to reality?
Yeah, reality ain't that bad. I don't know about your reality.
It's not bad. I think.
I know what you're saying. I know. I'm being
when you've been stuck in a routine for so long that you're like, I need a change.
Yeah.
This is those changes.
Exactly. Yeah, I like this. I like the that's why, I like the freedom of just being able to like get up and go by myself, or not by myself, like just the ability to get up and go. If someone's coming with me to get up and go tomorrow, we're gonna get up and go, right? Yeah, right. Okay, you guys don't know what happened today, okay? You don't know what
that
happened
wasn't
today.
on me. I was ready. I was sitting.
I was held hostage. Okay?
I was the New York meme, you know, when she has the sunglasses on and she's just sitting in the bed. Like
exactly.
That was me today.
Yeah. If you go, I'm talking to you, that one person. If you go to another country just to go shopping, okay?
Well, there are such things. There are such things as shopping trips.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think if you're going to a city that has like it's known for its shopping, like Dubai, for example.
Yeah.
You in your itinerary will plan like, okay, so this day, I'm gonna spend all day shopping, and I'm gonna do all my shopping on this day. And then this day I'm gonna do this and this and this.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, in their defense. In their defense, I think we touched on this in the vlog. I feel like, or maybe it was just a conversation between us, but I was saying, it might have been in the vlog. I was saying that, you know, we are, alhamdulillah, fortunate enough that we grew up and we live in a society and a time where we can literally just plan a trip, pack our bags and go. Mm-hmm. And I feel like our parents growing up didn't have that luxury because they had us. They had to take care of us.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think it's nice that, like, I feel like for our moms, especially, the only time, like, for those of our parents that are still working and they have parents back home, all of their vacation time is spent visiting their parents back home. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like, you know, it's nice that my mom gets to, like, our moms in general, they get to reunite with their sister here, their brothers in Switzerland. I'm going to say Sweden. In Switzerland. So it's like a different environment. Yes, it's still family, but like, you know, it's a different city. It's our mom's first time here, right? Yeah. So it's like, I get it, but like, I also want to be like, listen, girl, whatever you want to buy here, I promise you, I will buy it for you in Toronto, even if it's $1,000. Mm-hmm. Maybe not $1,000. let me take that back. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I want them to like really soak in the experience, take it in. I want them to come home with their feet sore from like walking all day because they genuinely enjoyed it, not because they like are miserable or anything. Yeah. But yeah, for those of you that are considering traveling to like Europe, I think, you know, have your designated shopping day. If you got it like that and you can spend the money, do it. And then, you know, go learn something new. I think the good thing about traveling is that you get to take a break from your reality and put yourself in a totally different environment. You get to learn, enjoy new foods, meet new people if you're into that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. We haven't really met any new people.
Do you meet people on vacation normally?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you do. Vacation friends are so cool.
I'm too much of an introvert for that.
No, what do you mean? Maybe I'm too much of an... Like, I feel like now our differences are starting... Because I think during COVID, I became such an introvert that like, I was like, yeah, me and Amir are totally the same. Like, I get it now. But like, now that like we're fully out of COVID, like COVID who, I'm seeing our differences.
See?
I can tell now.
Exactly. I'd rather just like be in my own corner, see the sights.
No, I would totally be down to just like go scope the scene and be like, hi friends, let's be friends, guys.
And also if you see us on the streets,
say hi.
I saw you, whoever that was. I saw you on the subway. We were standing there.
I missed that.
We were standing on the top of we were one of the levels of the subway, waiting for our moms to like get out from the escalator because they were a little bit further behind. And the escalators broke actually. Oh, I felt so bad because so as we were going up the escalators, literally as we got to the top, it stopped. But because they were further back, they were about halfway. They had to walk up.
Yep. And their escalators here are long.
Yeah.
It's like triple the ones that you, like, Torontonians.
Yeah, and they're double the speed.
Yeah, first of all, they're very fast. Yeah. Which is scary.
Yeah, it took time to get used to.
But they're so long that, like, I'm not going to lie, I grip onto the little handlebar for dear life because I get scared.
Which handlebar?
Like the railing.
Oh, yeah. Whatever it's called. I thug it out. I'm like, I put my elbow on so many things here. I'm still in that COVID-like mindset.
Nah, I grip
on. For the most part. Yeah. Oh. But... yeah, so because it stopped there, of course it had to be the two people who have like the hardest time walking, which is my mom and my aunt, and my aunt especially. So like after a while, we're like, why know what's happening. And we like, oh shoot, we realized that they're stuck on the escalators. So I had to like run down halfway. She was the only one left too, I think. So I know. I went up
all the people behind her went down. They're like, F that shit.
And then I like pulled her up. But as we were waiting up there, there's like someone who walked past us, and
I don't think she recognized us, Amir.
No. Okay, I know this because they like turned around, like they did a double take thing. And I was like, okay, like maybe they noticed like Sara or like my mom or something. And then I like see something at like the corner of my eye. And you know how like in those subway buildings or even buildings generally have like those large cylinder poles, right?
The pillars.
I see the pillars. I see someone like with their camera hiding, like not hiding, like somewhat to the side of it.
That?
Yeah. And I saw them like do the click with the camera. And then I don't know if they saw me like look for a second.
Oh, that's so awkward.
And they like quickly put it away. And then they went to the escalator and went down. And you can see them staring as they're going down.
Oh, why didn't you wave?
Because I'm awkward. I'm not going to say nothing. Okay.
I feel like, you know, first of all, we really are like nobodies.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't feel like if you see us and you recognize us, first of all, that's really cool. We want to be friends. So please say hi.
And if you know any good gyms. No, okay. Like if you're local and you come up, just tell me any good gym. Okay.
Or food.
I'm desperate. Or food.
Gym or food or coffee.
Exactly.
Those are the things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just come say hi, have a chat with us. I noticed that today I actually noticed it at whatever mall we were at. I can't remember. But like it was like a group of girls.
What?
What just happened to the...
Oh no, went into like the night. Yeah, you're good.
I look down, I look up, I'm like,
Yeah.
Anyways, I noticed a group of girls and it was like one of those like, is that them? But I felt uncomfortable in that moment because there were so many of them that I was just like beelining for Joe and the Juice. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, and Joe the Juice. So I apologize if you guys are watching this and you saw us at the mall. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
Kishta Mall, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
If you saw us there.
Was that Kishta?
Wasn't it Kishta?
Maybe it was.
I think so.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
Maybe not. But if that was you, I am sorry for walking right by you guys. Please say hi. Whether it's Sweden, Geneva, wherever we're at.
That wind just pick it up.
I know.
It's getting colder.
It would be cool to get to know some of you guys in person because we appreciate all your love and support online. So why not meet in person if we get the chance to?
Exactly.
But yeah.
Oh, one thing I've also been for people, you know, who need some tips on like travel diets. Okay, because I've been bothering them literally like every second about this. Okay, I've been like bothering you guys about it, like talking about it.
Yeah,
I always do this, but like if you're trying to like keep somewhat of a diet or at least getting your protein during travel, like try and especially when you're traveling, try and like think ahead of where you're gonna be, and at this point, just calculate like the protein that you're gonna be getting in. Because for the most part, when you're eating something with a high protein count, it's going to be lower in calories. Like if you're going to get a shawarma, that's a little bit lower in calories because you just have like chicken and veggies basically. And maybe the bread is like the most high calories thing there. But yeah, just try and plan. When you're on travel and you're trying to keep on a diet, just like be more aware of where you're going to be. You can kind of do it on the fly. Like I've done it for the most part on the fly and still be able to keep to my diet for the most part. And travel, travel tip or travel hack. If you know you're not going to get your protein in for your travel, but you still want to get it in, just go to your local grocery store and buy as many of their protein shakes. Of course, it's going to cost a bit, but honestly, when you're on travel, like there's there's no real budget there. Just buy as many of those like 20-gram protein bars or those
the one that I had today was really
the drinks good. Or sometimes they have like the pudding if you don't want like something wet with you or whatever. But grocery stores will be your friend, especially on travel, because a lot of them have those protein drinks now that you can kind of like quickly grab and get like 20 to 40 grams of protein quickly.
Right.
So there's just a couple tips for people who might be traveling and just need some diet tips or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Yeah. And,
or plan ahead and just pack it with you if you're able to bring a checked bag.
Yeah.
Bring your own, or if you don't mind drinking whatever you have wherever you're going, then do that.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'm going to go and force Sara to watch a few more Marvel movies because that's
how many did we watch so far? 2, right?
Yeah, we watched 2 now. We watched Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday.
That was good.
And Iron Man. You liked Iron Man too, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let me give you a quick 30-second review.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Of both. So I've never hated Marvel. I've just never been into it. But I've watched both of the movies and they're actually really good. Like, I like that they incorporate like somewhat of a storyline. There's some comedy. There's a hint of romance for some of them. Like it's good. It's cool.
It's
so
well-rounded for like any kind of viewer.
Yeah,
for the most part,
exactly,
right?
exactly. Like, yes, I'm still lost and I'm asking Amir like 1,000 questions. Like, I've become those people that like ask questions during movies that I normally
I'm perfect for that because I literally have every fact. Like, as we're watching the movie, I'll like quickly be like, you know that actor? He was in this and this, and you know why he was doing this? This is like the background of this.
He really does. He's
I'm basically
like
the commentary for the movie.
Wikipedia
Yeah.
next to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go warm up. Probably have something to eat again. And,
wait, what would you rate the movies out of 10?
Oh,
Guardians of the Galaxy?
I'll give that one like a 7.5.
Okay. Yeah. And Iron Man?
I like that one. I'll give it an 8.
Hey, see, we're starting strong, guys. Okay. I'll get her to watch, I don't know, Captain America tonight or something. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're going through phase 1 first. Okay, we'll see y'all next week. I know this is a
Follow
short
us
one.
on Instagram if you want to know what we're up to.
Yeah.
Cousin Connection Pod. Amir was taken. Sarah.lee. We'll have it all in the links down below. But yeah, follow us, subscribe to our channel for more episodes, and we will see you guys next week.
Next week. Oh, how if all the bye?
No, what were you gonna say?
Shit. Huh? How if like all the audio on this is like just trash?
Why would you say that?
I don't know. We'll see y'all
it's not on.
It's on, Sara. Don't kill me. Oh my god. Bye, guys.
Bye.